Hey everybody, it's Coach Randy Byrd, and I wanted to talk to you about the market stats for Oregon for the first quarter. And we do these every month. We update these, and we part of our email system. But I was teaching a class on how to do this recently, so I just thought I'd do it live with you. First take. So market review stats for the first quarter of Oregon. We're looking at the Willamette Valley where I'm at in Oregon, but medium sales price $439. It's actually up 3.3%. over 2024, and closed sales are at 1,269, a 1.8% increase. So we're seeing sales price increasing, closed sales increasing. Median days on the market is actually down, which is again showing trends that things are going up. Median days on the market are 70 as opposed to 60 where they were. So they're down about 5.4%. And then the list price received still 99.1%, pretty common. Median sold price, though, is up 1.5% to $275 a square foot. Still very reasonable compared to other areas of the country. And then new listings are at 2,069 for the Willamette Valley, which is a 2.9% increase. So as we start looking at all that stuff, we're looking at active inventory, time on market, also saturation analysis, time on market, saturation is kind of the same. And then, and this is for the 4 counties around Albany, Corvallis, Salem, in that area. So overall, market's picking up. Sales price is still increasing, which is great. We're starting to see some real decreases nationally. Florida, I think it leads 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 5 of the most depreciating equity positions in the country. So Florida went up crazy, it comes down crazy. Same thing happened in Shasta County when we saw the foreclosure crisis in 2008. Shasta County and Tama County led the whole nation in foreclosures. And so we saw 20% appreciations during the good times. We saw 20% depreciation during the bad times. So it resets very drastically, just like some of the pricing going up. Florida's experiencing that now. Now, as a national overview from a coach, I'm in 31 states, 1,200 agents in my organization. And so we've got our fingers in a lot of the markets around the U.S. Overall, we're seeing a pickup in business. Real estate agents are reporting that the business has picked up pretty significantly, especially since the elections. Right around the 20th of January, you could see things picked up, both in maybe economic optimism and just housing in general. But we saw a pickup start about that time frame. Now we're coming into spring season. We're starting to let that stuff unfold. Average sales prices are staying up there pretty well. If you look across the nation, there's specific pockets like Florida that is seeing depreciation of value, and it's coming down. Arizona is starting to experience that. A lot of inventory, and it's also starting to get hot in Arizona, so there's some geographical areas that are doing some special things. But for you to understand what's going on in the market, rates are staying pretty much the same. They're in the mid 6s. We're seeing pressure on the government to get the feds to lower the rates. And we'll talk about that at a different time. But the reality is we're in this holding pattern with rates, and we're moving into spring season and summer season. So I'm very optimistic about the future of the real estate business, but I think we're still in real estate winter, not temperature of winter, but winter, for the next 6 to 12 months, maybe even outside of 18 months, until these things unsettle the economy and everything going with tariffs and so on. But they all affect the housing industry. So that's the report for now. We do this every single month. It's a little late this month. We had a little bit of a delay, but we try to get out in the first week of the month talking about the future month and the future quarters. All right. So anyway, Coach Randy Byrd, thank you for being here. You can follow me on all the Instagrams at Coach Randy Byrd, and YouTube, TikTok, all the things. All right. Anyway, have a great day. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.